first question would be the situation of entrepreneurship in Athens. Are there many entrepreneurs here? What kind of businesses are here, like big corporations, small businesses?
Yeah. Okay. So we're TheCube. We are 6 years old, coming up to 6 years this summer. We started the first co-working space in Greece ever 10 years ago, times of crisis. We were also hit by the crisis, and it was a wake-up call, an opportunity for us we decided we want to do something on our own and not be controlled by the situation, by working for a Greek boss that somewhere along the line would just turn around and say thank you but no thank you, or your salary would have cutbacks. It was a big risk for us then. We ran Colab then for about 3 years and then decided to go big, and this is how we ended up in this building. It's a big space, it's got 9 floors. Previously at Colab we were mainly doing co-working services, while now we're providing co-working incubator hub makerspace. A space as big as this one means that you also need to keep it very busy and active to make it interesting, to welcome the community and to offer more to the community. So I'm not sure if you guys have heard about TaxiBeat.
No.
Okay, so TaxiBeat is the Greek Uber. They were our first customers ever, and they were bought out by Mercedes a couple of months ago. So concerning entrepreneurship in Greece, crisis has definitely helped the situation to get people, especially the younger generation. Greeks have an entrepreneurial mindset, but the fact that the crisis came along actually got people out of their comfort zone and be able to think a bit more outside the box. I mean, 10 years ago, everybody wanted to work for the Greek state. It was a position for life, it was a stable income, and the other thing is that working for the state, there's at least 5, maybe 10 people in the same position as you're at.
So you are saying that the Greece forced
I'm saying that the crisis helped.
The crisis forced the Greek people to be more innovative?
Yeah, I wouldn't say forced, helped. I would say brought people outside. Yeah. I mean, even the young generation today, the kids that are coming out of university today, you do see that, of course, they're also in a digital era, so you do see that their mindset is more go-getters. They're not, 10 years ago, you wanted the comfortable job. Yeah. It was also, it's who you know, where you have a contact that might be able to help you, might be able to offer you a job for life. Young talents don't think like that anymore. They're very creative, they're out there to disrupt. Don't forget they're also being brought up in an economy and in an environment that is challenging, that is in times of crisis, so they're also looking for ways to disrupt that and ways to provide and to make it on their own and not expect, because they know that the system isn't there to support them, to sustain them. There is, whatever success stories, local success stories are up and running.
People nowadays have more ideas than 10 years ago, for example.
Yeah, people nowadays
are more proactive.
They don't want to work for the Greek state or for a Greek boss, where the payroll is only 600 euros a month.
This is the minimum wage?
Yes, 600 euros a month. You don't know if and when you're going to get paid. You don't know how many hours you're expected to work. The younger generation decide to take it upon their own hands and make it work. It's a very digital era, so entrepreneurship and apps and internet, it's a very popular and hot topic. So you do see a lot of young kids. Programs like Erasmus, programs like ISEC, programs, kids your age, I guess you're all between 20-25, yep. 10 years ago, again, you didn't see young kids traveling abroad for programs like this. The Greek culture is very family-orientated, very family-minded, and very protective, which is good, but can also be a bit challenging because if you're too overprotective, again, you're not giving your child the opportunity to be creative when they know that you're always there for them. Concerning startups, you asked me earlier on what is the background of startups in Athens. 10 years ago it was very tech orientated, but a country like Greece that has the tourism, has agriculture, you see a big mix.
It's easier, in your opinion, to start up.
It's not. It's never easy. I mean, myself and Stavros, our business, the idea behind Collab was pitched at the Startup Weekend. You guys know Startup Weekend?
No.
It's a weekend hackathon, 54-hour. Yes, by Google and Techstars. It's not easy. As I mentioned earlier on, taxes is very high in this country. The government isn't there to support. When you start a business in Greece, when you establish a business in Greece, the taxman comes there to collect. He doesn't care if you're making it or breaking it. He sees it as a business, so he will come to collect. So it's not very friendly and very embracing. But on the other hand, because we travel a lot, we see similar problems everywhere, but different levels. Greece has got the biggest problem in Greece is bureaucracy. To start a business in Greece, yeah, and Moldova too. I'm going there. I was there last year, I'm going back again this year. It's a different level, but being an entrepreneur is about that. It's about not everybody's made out to be. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Yeah.
So it's about finding ways of disrupting it and overcoming it, and becoming creative enough to, and you know what, entrepreneurs thrive on that. Entrepreneurs like that lifestyle. They don't like the everyday, casual, stable, comfortable. They like this, and so do we.
Yeah, but you just cover up all of my...
I covered everything.
Yeah. We talk about difficulties, but for example, if you have new ideas...
It's getting easier.
Yeah.
When we started out 10 years ago, we were the first ones that actually went to the tax office and managed to register the business as a co-working space, which means that everybody else that came after that has become easier every time. You should read up on TaxiBeat, now called Beat. They even to this day, they have been fighting. They haven't been fighting. The system has been fighting with them because they just don't get it. Greece's biggest export is actually its talent. We need to find ways and reasons to keep the talent here and not make them move abroad. Now, another very cool thing that TheCube does is we hire local talent, which means that we have a couple of international companies that are looking. They know that Greece has cheap labor, but at the same time talent. And what we do is we try and find a reason for this talent to stay. And one of the ways of doing that is we tell international companies, okay, you want to come to Greece to test the market, to understand the market, and to at the same time to support the local talent, but at the same time it's a win-win situation kind of thing because labor is cheap. So we tell them we will hire them on your behalf, but they stay in Greece. This way the payroll is a lot higher, but the talent remains in Greece. And their salary is boosted into the Greek economy again. So again, it's a win-win situation, and this way the international company, the international customer partner gets an idea of what's happening in Greece and if there's value or reason for them to bring the business into Greece.
Our passion is to discover new things about entrepreneurship in Athens.
Okay.
Because we don't know all the situation, and
where are you guys from?
we have to have an
I'm
idea.
from Turkey. Okay. Turkey.
Romania, Portugal.
No.
And
But there is the TheCube concerning, not for homeless, but for the refugee community. We set up a school 2 years ago for young kids, primary school and up, before they were...
Fine, right?
No, I'm talking about TheCube, the program that we run.
the program,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's called Solid Greece, a school that we set up at TheCube 2 years ago during the hype of refugee crisis before these kids were integrated into Greek school. And currently Stavros is also running a coding school for young teenage boys and up, because there's not a lot of activity going on for that age group.
And so the interest in entrepreneurship, in what sense? I mean, just kind of you come to kind of get a sense of what's going on in the city.
Yeah.
it's to get an idea how do we build a startup from the and the difference between each country.
There's not very many differences, to be honest. Not very many differences, and you'll find similar kind of exciting bits, but also difficult bits in most in most similar cities around. So I don't know the Turkish cities very well, but many of the other European cities which we work in, we see similar symptoms of bad, but also the exciting bits as well. You know, the good and the bad in both senses. So you know, people have a tendency to be entrepreneurial, they're natural risk takers, and it all has to do on what kind of choices they have, right? So people should have choices. So we try to encourage people to take a chance and test their skills. And it's not easy to be an entrepreneur, but it's very rewarding.
Rewarding.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about the young people from Athens? They are getting excited to start a startup, or?
So yes, but it's not for everyone. You see, because you need to have a very specific and a very specific set of genes, very specific set of DNA. You know, if you're the kind of person who arrives to the airport late, and you're probably going to miss your flight, or you're very close to missing your flight, and you panic, and you lose control, and you don't know what to do, you're probably not going to be a good entrepreneur. If you're the type of person who's going to miss your flight and shows up at the airport and can arrange a new flight with a whole new airplane and get 20 people to come onto the airplane with you, because you'll charter a plane and you'll get the others to pay for it, then you'll be a good entrepreneur. Right?
So what do you consider to be the main skills, like these skills of an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
So being a badass, okay?
Being a badass is one of them. You're a badass, and you need to have grit. You need to have, you know, the soul, the spirit to go past the difficult moments, because it's really, there are some very, very difficult moments, so it goes very, very low down, and then some very high moments as well. Mostly it's low moments, and then there are exhilarating moments where you're up at the top. So there's a very big psychological cost to it. That said, it's these types of people that make change, right? Bring new things. So they're the ones that happily can take a risk and happily can see beyond the difficulties. That's one example, you know, being at the airplane, being at the airport last minute, and you're about to lose your flight. What do? You panic, or you make a plan?
It's a good example.
Say again?
It's a good example.
Maybe.
It's really good.
Sure. So yeah, I mean, rule number 1 is don't panic, you know, and that's probably rule number 2 and 3 as well. So most of the time you'll be panicking because things are going wrong, but keep the steady.
The
other very
focus.
important thing is to have, to be whoever you work with, that relationship that you build needs to be looked after going forward. And you may lose everything, but you should never lose your reputation, right? Because that's the most important thing that you have. It's one thing that you are completely in control of. You're completely in control of your name, right? And then you have to protect everything you have. Because you might lose your house, or you might lose your building, or you might lose your money, or you might lose your money, your name. It's your responsibility, you know, about the choices you make, about the people you work with. Another important one is to be able to accept that you should work with people that are better than you, or that you should hire people that are better than you, because those are the people that will push things forward. If you think that you hire people that are less than you, then not much is going to grow, right? So you need to be able to trust and share and push tasks beyond yourself.
And so also to learn from them.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So you have to be aware of your
You
modesty.
need to be very self-aware, absolutely.
So you have to be like a moderate badass in order to see other models, I guess.
I think, it depends how you define badass, but badass can be, I understand where my limitations are, and I understand what I need to bring onto the table, and who I should ask for help, when I should ask for help. There's badass and there's stupid.
Yeah. The line is it's not very thick.
Yeah. And be wily, you know, you need to be wise, and wise, but also kind of adventurous, right? You need to have a little bit of pirate mentality, right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was good.